Hello, online crew. How are you? It is your online crew captain here, Helen, and I have, what's his name? Is it Henry? The kids named it because the kids named the fish. I can't remember the fish, and because I've been away for a few days, I've forgotten the fish's name. It is Henry. Somebody help me out here. Is the fish's name Henry? I've been away for 3 days and I've forgotten my fish's name. Perhaps I should have named it instead of the boys, but I'm pretty sure it's Henry. So, hello, it is Helen and Henry here with you today to talk about influence. But I'm just going to touch on the surface in this live regarding what does it actually mean to be an influencer. And then in half an hour's time, I'm going to do a special training in my new free group about how you actually increase your influence. How do you actually do it? So there's one thing understanding it, which is what I'm going to talk about now. But the free training that I'm going to do in my new group in half an hour, this is a kid's hat. It just so doesn't fit. Julie, it is Henry. Thank you, Julie. How quickly it slips the mind. Like a few days away, some of you may be aware that my husband whisked me away for a couple of nights. We only got back late yesterday, and we just went to this beautiful place in sort of where I live. It's called the Riverland. So we're up the river. We're in this beautiful villa, and we went kayaking, and it was just so nice. I mean, I love my boys, but it's so nice just to have some space on our own in the peacefulness of, the Riverland and without the kids. But so Henry, so say hello to Henry. So I just want to get you to understand what an influencer is, and then I'm going to go into this special training in my free group. So if you don't know anything about my free group, it's just a group that I launched this week, just this week. There's already 130 people in the group. We've gone back and forth in the last, I discovered it at 1 o'clock in the morning, how you actually become a founding member. So I think the deadline has passed now, but there's 42 or 43 of you out of that 130 have managed to get the founding member badge. So those of you guys that haven't got it, but did what you needed to do. I don't know why Facebook hasn't given it to you. And I think the time limit is up, but still try in the group. So if you want to join me in less than 30 minutes in the free group regarding how you actually increase your influence online, not only what it is, but how you do it, make sure, I'll try to keep this Facebook Live a little bit shorter. Hey Leslie, hope you're doing really well. A little bit shorter to allow any of you that haven't requested access to the group. Hey Yvonne, how are you? Thanks for saying hello to Leslie. Leslie, I forgot Henry's name. Been away for a couple of days and I've forgotten Henry's name. So Henry's the fish, if you don't know. Used to be Harley, my puppy, who's sitting outside going, why don't you love me anymore? Why don't you take me on live with you anymore? So Henry doesn't say much. Not much action happening there, but it's somebody. And this whole setting here, if you've not been on a live with me before, you are my online crew. I am your captain. And we are a community of home-based business owners learning to leverage social media to build our business the modern way. No old school strategies, no chasing family and friends. We're not doing all of the old spammy tactics, modern social media strategies to build our business, and that's why we are here. So you are the online crew. I am your captain, and I'm here to teach you how to do that. Hey Elizabeth, how are you? So if you are not in my free group yet, click on the link above and access because this training that I'm doing on how to increase, how to increase your influence online is only going to be delivered in that group, not here. What I'm going to share with you now is what does it mean to be an influencer online? Like what's sort of the definition of it? So I'm going to explain that to you now, but you want to get access to that group In under 30 minutes, I'm delivering that training. So if you miss it, if you're watching the replay, just put the word replay down below. Still get yourself into that group, because I'm going to leave it in the group. I'm not going to take it down. So once you're in the group, and if you miss it, if you're watching this replay well after the fact that, I'm going live right here now, still get into the group. I'll approve your request and you can actually watch the replay of that training, okay? Awesome to have you live though, if you can make it. So let's talk about an influencer. What is an influencer? So I wrote down a specific meaning and I just want to read that out to you. So it is a user on, so this is an online influencer, guys, okay? So just take note of this mentally. It is a user on social media. So obviously if you're going to be an online influencer or an influencer online, you're going to be using social media yourself. Thanks for the palm trees, guys. Elizabeth, drop the palm trees down below. The palm trees, in case you hadn't noticed, if you hadn't been live with me before, is the mascot here for our online crew. And I am your captain, and we are going on this ship when we're all rocking our businesses online, and we're all going to get on that ship. I don't know if you can see it down here. It's a replica ship. Hopefully we'll get on a real ship. Not a little replica ship here. And we're going to be sipping cocktails. Mine's a margarita. I don't know what yours is, but we're all going on a holiday together because we're just so cool and our businesses are awesome. Hey, Robin. Awesome to see you on live. So an influencer is a user on social media who has established credibility. Love the drinks, Leslie. Who has established credibility in a specific industry. So just absorb that for a moment. You've established credibility in a particular industry. So you are an influencer. You're somebody that people look up to. They think you are credible in a particular industry. Whatever that industry, you need that to be for you, okay? And you can persuade others by virtue of your authenticity and reach. So two key things there, guys. Your authenticity and your reach. So it means you are genuine, you're authentic, you're just you, but you're able to get in front of a lot of people. Your reach. So your influence is your credibility online, yes, but it's your authenticity and your reach that'll help you achieve that influence. Does that make sense? If it does, give me some palm trees, guys. Stephanie, you made it. Yeah, now this is just on my normal live, my normal page, Stephanie. The special training will be in the group, not here, and that'll be in under half an hour's time. So this is just the intro in what does it actually mean to be an influencer. Now, what the special training is all about in my new group is about how do you go about achieving that. So an influencer is somebody that's online. So you're already active online. And what were the key words there? You've established credibility in a specific industry. So people are looking up to you in a particular niche, whatever that niche is that you've picked. That's important to you, whatever your business sort of is. And that you can persuade others by virtue of your authenticity and reach. So by authenticity, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be hugely successful in your niche already to be authentic and to be credible. Okay? This is the misconception with becoming an influencer, that you have to be this big guru. You have to have all this success behind you. And it stops people from authentically being themselves online and becoming an influencer because you think mentally, I'm not successful enough yet. Who's going to listen to me? You know, all those kind of things. I really need a bigger hat, guys, don't I? A kid's captain hat is just not cutting it, but it will do. It will do. So that's the really important bit to understand about what an influencer is. So you need to become somebody who's credible, authentic, and reach a lot of people. Now, how we do that is what I'm going to discuss on the special training that is coming up shortly in the group. So once again, if you're not in the group, click on the link above, get yourself in the group before I do that training, because I need time to approve your request, okay? So an influencer can come from any walk of life in any industry. So don't have any, misconceptions there regarding, I have to have that success behind me. I don't have a degree from university or a bachelor of this or something like that. It can come from any walk of life, from any industry. So any one of you has the opportunity to become an influencer in your particular area that you choose. So the last thing is find your niche and become an expert in it. So what's your niche? What do you want to become an influencer in? What do you want to become, an expert sort of in? So that's where we need to start with becoming an influencer. You need to be authentic. You need to be genuine. You need to establish credibility. There's many different ways that we can do that, which I'll go into the detailed training in the group shortly. And you need to find your niche, whatever it is that you represent. Is that health and wellness? Is it fitness? Is it skincare? Is it travel? Is it finance? Is it makeup? Is it light globes? I don't know. What's your niche? Is it helping? Hey Brady, how are you? Is it helping other network marketers sort of grow their business? Is it, learning and teaching online strategies? Like, who knows? What's your niche? You need to pick that first and drill down and become an expert. Now, I want to reiterate, you don't need to be hugely successful in that space before you can start. So there's ways and means that we can do this without having huge success behind us first. And that's what I'm about to share with you in the special training in the group coming up. Okay, so that's the basics of just really understanding what an influencer is. So what we need to really get is that having a personal brand is one thing, but becoming an influencer online is actually a little bit different. So you can have a personal brand, you can go through all the exercises of knowing what you stand for, knowing who your target market is, your customer avatar, all that kind of stuff, set up a Facebook page, and you can have a personal brand. But if you're not saying the right things, if you're not establishing your credibility, if you're not creating the right content, if you're not putting the right messages and value out in the marketplace, is it going to do you any good? Maybe not. You could spend a hell of a long time on social media, posting, doing lives, doing various things that is not increasing your influence in any way. It's just white noise in a very crowded marketplace on social media. So the key is to have both. Establish the personal brand and learn to become an influencer. It's not going to happen overnight. That's where everyone goes wrong. Everyone wants it overnight. You cannot be an influencer overnight. It takes time. There are processes. There's content creation. There's all sorts of strategies. So what I'm about to go through in this training in a moment in my new group is that there is sort of strategy behind being an influencer, and then there's a process. So I'm going to go through 10 strategies that you can adopt to become an influencer or increase your influence online. Start to increase your influence online. And then I'm going to go through a 3-step process of how you do that. Okay? So it's going to be awesome if you are looking to increase your influence online. You want to be in this training in, about 15 minutes time in my private group. So I'm going to jump off now, because anybody that's watching this live or catches the replay in the next 15 minutes, I want to give you the opportunity to get into, that private group to get access to the training. And once again, if you are watching the replay, you can still get in the group after the fact, because I'm going to leave the video in the group so you can access it in there. Now, for those of you that are already in the group, and there's all this founding member stuff going on. And this is going to be something that I can share with the guys in the group about how you create a group, how you get 130 people in a group in, basically a couple of days, the sort of the process and the strategy behind it, and it's been a learning curve regarding this founding member thing, because it's a new thing on Facebook. So the way you learn a lot of things on Facebook is just a trial and error, and that's definitely been what's happened with the opening of my new group with the founding member. And I must give huge kudos to Alyssa Jarrett. If you did not put your post up last night when I saw it just before 1 o'clock in the morning and see the little founding member thing pop up, and then I go, hang on a minute, not everybody's getting founding member status. Why isn't that? And it's because she put a separate post. Now, other people have put separate posts in and you're not getting the founding member status. And I still don't know the reason for that. So there's over 130 in the group already, but only 42 or 43 of you have managed to get the founding member status, and that could be reasons for a couple of reasons. One, you haven't caught it within the 72-hour time frame, so they'll only give out the founding member badge within a 72-hour time frame of a new group opening up. And it's not just getting in the group. It's you have to actually, and it's not just reply. So I did a welcome and heaps of people replied. Thank you, great to be here, all the rest of it. That doesn't count. You have to put a separate post from yourself in the group. So guys, still try. If you haven't got the founding member status, but you're in the group, still try and put a post in. I think the 72 hours is just about up. So it may not work, but at least we got some of you in there. And for those of you that have missed out, there's some people that have been following me for a while. They're in a few of my groups, even taken a course of mine, that have done everything right, and they still haven't been able to manage to get the little founding member. It just looks like a little palm tree, really, and that stays next to your name forever in the group. So it just means you were there in the beginning. So there are some people that I am sort of disappointed for that have been around with me for a number of months that have done everything the same as everyone else, but Facebook hasn't recognized them as a founding member. So Facebook is Facebook. It doesn't always play the way we want it to play. It really is, though, only a label. So if you haven't got it, it doesn't really matter. It's just a nice thing to have to say that you're a founding member of the group. But if you're, somebody that, I know and, love dearly and have built up a relationship with, and you didn't get the founding member badge, then don't worry about it. It really is just a label. You still, the 130 that are in there now, you guys rock. And you guys are all founding members to me, so that's what matters. Brady, you managed to get the founding member badge. So, and I think Leslie, you did too from memory. So, as I said, there was about 42 or 43 of you that have managed to get the founding member badge, but some haven't. So not the end of the world, nice to have. Those of you that have got it, I'm very happy for you, and it's awesome to have you as founding members in the group. And I'm gonna get off now. So we've got just under 15 minutes. So jump in that free group. In just under 15 minutes time, I'm going to go live in that group and deliver this awesome training for you regarding how to build your influence online. So if you're catching the replay, still get yourself in the group and just watch the replay of the training at some time in the future. It's still going to be valuable information to you, even if you're not live. So for those of you guys that have been here live with me now, thank you very much. And I will see you shortly in the other group for our special training. So I'll see you then, guys. Bye.